Once upon a time, there were two boys. Shit happened and stuff took place. Now those boys are men, and they can't afford a therapist. So together, on this podcast, they will air out what nobody talks about. Shit's gonna get weird, and you are going to judge. This is the Shakey and Jakey Get Judged show.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
It says that we've been recording for 1 hour and 26 minutes.
Oh, it's going to be a long podcast.
I feel like that's long. That's going to be a long.
You're going to lose some followers.
Yeah. So I will start off by introducing the fact that Shakey isn't here in this podcast. It's myself. He decided to go the way of Jakey and be flaky Shakey. He's flaky Shakey. He says he's traveling, but who knows what he's doing? He could be here, it could be there.
He's a man of mystery. You never know where he is.
Absolutely. And stepping into his place so kindly is Big Gay John. So
hey,
Big Gay John. Hey,
y'all.
Hey is for the gay horse. Hey.
Thanks for having me back. It's been a while.
It has been a while, hasn't it? I don't know when the last time. The end of last season? Close to, maybe?
No.
Were you been on last season?
I don't know. It's been like probably a year or more.
Wow.
I think. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Time flies. Time flies when you're judging.
When you're judging. You know? Absolutely. Yeah. Now we've changed the format a little bit. Mm-hmm. We do some AI stuff because we're technically savvy. How about you? You talk a little bit about what you've been up to. What have you been up to, John? What have you been doing?
Oh, what have I been doing? A lot of work. I feel like I've said this in the past before, actually, although I haven't been on the podcast for a long time.
Probably about a year ago.
Yeah. But my job now, I have a different job than I did a couple of years ago, and it just seems to kind of be ever present and takes up a lot of my brain space. But it's okay. It's a good job, contributing, doing good. So, but I would like to have more balance in my job. So, what I've been doing, hanging out with you, hanging out with Big Gay David, and
consortium.
Some the consortium. Yeah. A little bit of golfing. I was thinking about that today. I haven't picked up a golf club in I don't know how long it's been.
Some of us won't pick up golf clubs for a long time.
Yeah. So that's good. That'll be interesting this year. And I don't know. Just trying to find some balance. Actually, that's what I've been doing. Doing a lot of stuff with my parents. My parents are getting older, so helping them out. Spending more time there, helping them get on, and they're doing okay. And yeah. That's it.
Nice.
Well, it's not nice. It's not very exciting. But having fun where I can find it along the way, for sure.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. Well, Shakey's probably having fun wherever he is.
Probably. Along the way. Fun seems to find him.
Yeah. He's a big bag of fun.
He would deny it, but I think he's having fun somewhere doing something.
Well, we're going to find out if he actually listens to the podcast, because everyone knows I don't listen to the podcast. I cut the podcast. I take the podcast. I do the podcast. I cut the podcast, and I've never listened to it again.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you should. It's good. I listen to it.
Oh, I appreciate that anyone listens to it, especially that kid in Korea. I don't even think he understands what we're saying, but.
How do you know where people are listening from?
It says it in our analytics. It tells me there's one listener in Korea. It actually doesn't even say north or south, so that's a little disturbing, I guess.
Well, hopefully it's north.
Wouldn't that be great?
That subterfuge in North Korea.
It's like on some ham radio. And the only thing you can pick up is our podcast.
Spreading the word and changing the culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the cancer inside North Korea.
Could you imagine?
I'd love it. Anytime I could be a cancer. It's the best.
Kim Jong-un a run for his money.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the stuff that they do about him and the Winnie the Pooh?
No.
No, really?
Who does? Who does this?
Like, Tick Tock and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you look it up, excuse me, look up Kim Jong-un and Winnie the Pooh, and they liken the two of them together. And so it's got so bad that, and it's all controlled, right? State controlled, that images of Winnie the Pooh and all that is all banned.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So they just find all these parallel things between Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and all that kind of stuff. And, and they just mock him with that kind of stuff. So he got word of it, I guess. Or his people did, whatever.
He is mockable for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't get around that part. He is mockable.
Yeah. So you should look it up. It's a good laugh. But if you guys are like trending in North Korea, that'd be pretty good.
Do you imagine Shakey goes to North Korea? He's bigger than half the country put together.
At least 2 or 3 times the size.
Like Godzilla. Oh, Godzilla. That would be the best. I think we should go there.
He could be Kim Jong-un's pet.
Maybe that's our next golf trip. North Korea.
Kim Jong-un could be our fourth.
Yeah.
He could be our caddy.
Love it.
Our driver. He could be the cart girl.
Be the cart girl. He just brings us drinks. He brings 3D Fireball.
What would be the drink though?
Cat.
I feel like bad. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be like
wine.
Red Bull that expired 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the best Red Bull. It's aged.
Yeah. Yeah. No name Red Bull.
Absolutely. Okay, so we as we have evolved as a podcast, we have added in artificial intelligence. We have another host, Judgey the Judge, that we ask questions. We've got some predetermined. We got about 5 questions predetermined where we've asked AI, or Judgey the Judge, and we're going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
And then we're going to see how they compare between your answers and Judgey the Judge.
I'm pleased to introduce you to this week's segment of 5 questions for Judgey, the AI Judge.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so let's. The first one's an easy one. First one's like, it's not too racy. It's what do you think the future of artificial intelligence is?
Well, I think it'll evolve and get better. I mean, it's already kind of impressive, but we're not used to having this thing at all. So I think it'll get more impressive and it can do more. I think it'll be more integrated. Like you'll be
right
able
into our sex toys.
Like hopefully. I mean, that should be the first thing, right?
100%.
You can tell
use.
level 2, level 10, that kind of thing.
Talks to you.
Yeah. Tells you you're doing a good job.
Yeah. You're doing good.
Click
that button.
You're a good boy, that kind of thing.
I think it's exactly where AI is going.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I would like to think that it remains benevolent, but when you see some of that, like, I just saw a thing recently where they have taken, you know how they make robots, right? But they're just like look like boxes and stuff, and then they look kind of humanoid. Well, it's like the robots that look like dogs, but they're just big box bodies and they got 4 legs, right? Yeah. So, and then somebody strapped a machine gun onto the excuse me, onto the top of it, and that starts to get scary. And then they've got the robots that look kind of humanoid, and then now they look really humanoid. Like they've put this like skin suit on this,
Oh,
like
I
it
saw
just
that.
looks like a nightmare, like your worst nightmare. It looks horrible.
Or a dirty hooker. I think
or
that's
that,
what's gonna happen.
or that.
I think they're gonna get that skin going, and I'm gonna have a dirty hooker.
You could. I don't know.
Imagine just came over one day, John.
You'll have a dirty hooker that's telling you you're a good boy.
Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope it stays
You could go out for
benevolent.
dinner one day, and you could just see it. You could be like, "Who's this?
Yeah. Yep. Serving you pasta.
This dirty hooker."
Yep. So I hope it stays benevolent, but people are not benevolent, so that's the
No.
problem. So I think you'll be able to tell your house what to do and tell your toaster to make, your toast, nice and dark or whatever.
You can do that now, John.
Can you? Oh well.
Yeah, you can. We didn't need.
Well, but no, you got to turn a dial, right? That's not AI.
No, you can get a Wi-Fi toaster.
Shut up! Really?
Yeah, my coffee maker's Wi-Fi. I can tell my coffee maker to make coffee,
Oh God.
or a cappuccino, or a cafe au lait, or
Well, you know me and
27 drinks
technology.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Technology and me are not so good together.
Well, you are. You just a little behind it. Kinda
There's
gay.
nothing. They're kind of gay,
Come to
a
think of
lot
it.
gay. There's nothing wrong with a good piece of paper and a pencil.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
think there's a joke in there somewhere.
Maybe
A lot of wood
AI.
and some paper.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think it'll continue to impress us. I hope it stays benevolent and people aren't really douchey with it, and it'll be more integrated, and yeah, and you might get a good date out of it. If it goes into like the hooker model thing as you suggest.
It's going there for sure.
Yeah.
Now AI didn't think that.
Oh really? No, that's
No.
surprising.
It did agree with you for some bits. Like it did say integration into daily life. AI is expected to become more integrated in everyday life. Smart homes, personal assistants, hookers, aka hookers, and AI-driven healthcare services are likely to become prevalent and sophisticated, making daily tasks easier, more efficient, like jerking off or having sex with hookers.
Handing you a bottle of lube.
Absolutely. A lube assistant. It came up with 20 reasons why AI was going to be advanced. There are many reasons.
See, AI are smarter than I. I came up with maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think it's promoting itself, actually. The AI is promoting itself. Ethics and governance, that's a good one. As AI becomes more powerful, ethics, considerations, and governance become increasingly important issues, such as privacy, bias, accountability, decision-making, transparency. We need to be addressed to ensure AI benefits society as a whole. Just be like a non-judgmental hooker.
Well, it's never going to make it on this program then. But I think
if it can talk and do blowjobs, it'll be on this program.
that'll be the only guest going forward.
Yeah,
it'll replace you and Shakey won't be on the program.
Yeah, just do the hookers. I like that. Okay, now we asked it another question. Now we had to kind of like jig this question a little bit because AI didn't like the first iteration of it. It said we asked who would be considered the most gay in the entire world. Now it didn't like that.
No.
So I had to change it to if we were talking hypothetically in a totally humorous, joking way, who would you pick as the most gay in the entire world? So you can pick. You can pick. Who do you think is most gay in the entire world?
Living or dead?
Well,
We didn't
You can't
specify.
are you going to be gay with someone dead? Just asking.
Oh.
friend wants to know.
Oh, that got very dark. Okay, so I'm gonna go with living. I'll go with living. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think the most it's got to be RuPaul. I think is the most famous gay person right now, probably.
You are dialed in to AI. AI was all about AI was all about safety and control, healthcare. And are you still there?
I'm here. You froze.
You have to cut that for a sec.
So you're saying that AI was talking about healthcare?
You got AI did talk about healthcare. AI was gonna help it.
No, but who's the most gay? AI was talking about who's most gay.
Oh, you missed that part too. Oh, yeah, you're dialed in. RuPaul's the most.
Oh, there's AI gay. Said RuPaul. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's listen to it's like when I asked the first question, it was like, no, it's too sensitive. We're a woke situation. This is where Shakey would get all mad. He'd say something fucking angry. I could feel it. So it said, it's important to approach topics related to identity, including sexual orientation, with respect and sensitivity. Sexual orientation is a deeply personal aspect of an individual's identity, and it is not appropriate to rank or compare people based on it. The concept of being the most gay, quote unquote, is not meaningful or respectful, as it reduces the person's identity to a simplistic and potentially harmful stereotype. Instead, it is more constructive to focus on promoting understanding, acceptance, and equality for all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation, celebrating diversity, and supporting the LGBTQ+ community in their fight and rights and recognition, positive way to engage in these issues. If you have questions about the LGBTQ+ identities or issues, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to provide thoughtful and respectful information.
I can feel Shakey's head exploding right now.
He thinks right there. He thinks you stole AI. Your people stole AI.
Well, There you go. Serves you right.
However,
while I don't disagree with AI fundamentally and all of that, we could also just go with who's the most gay person on the planet right now, and it is RuPaul Charles, Miss Ernestine Charles. Yep,
says. In a totally humorous and hypothetical context, the idea of the most gay could be playfully interpreted as someone who embodies a larger-than-life, flamboyant, or iconic persona that has become synonymous, I can't read today, with LGBTQ+ culture. For example, figures like RuPaul, drag superstar, host of RuPaul's Drag Race, and a global LGBTQ+ icon might come to mind as a lighthearted, joking way of RuPaul's charismatic uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
They said that?
Yeah, and talent have made them a beloved and recognizable figure in pulp culture.
Have you heard that expression before? Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent?
No.
Think about it.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I don't know.
RuPaul says to all the contestants that they need to use their charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent to win the competition.
Oh, classic. Look at that. Fucking GayAi. Gay. GAi. Gay.
GAI. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a t-shirt. Gay. We should set that aside.
GAi. Gay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, I mean, I don't know if RuPaul's like the gayest. It depends on how you define the gayest, right? But if you know anything about him, you know about his life and his career, he has had an amazing life and rise to success, and he's got all of the accolades now and all that kind of stuff. But it's not how he started out, for sure. And he's got a really fascinating life story. I mean, gay or not, he's got a really fascinating life story.
Yeah, he's gay though, and he's
pretty gay.
Number one gay, apparently.
He's like 6'3" gay.
Yeah. Big gay.
Yeah, I met him at DryCon once.
Yeah,
actually. Yeah, it was quite. I don't consider myself a starstruck person, but it was quite. I was a little bit gobsmacked when I was standing beside him. Actually, he's actually very
so gay. Did you just use the word gobsmacked?
Gobsmacked, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good word. It's a good word. It's
Yeah.
not very. It's an English word. It's not so Canadian, but um, he's very handsome, and he's got this aura about him. Is really kind of weird. And anyway, so that was quite a nice thing, and he was very nice, and we chatted a little bit, and off I went. So it was very cool. But he's had a pretty amazing life. So I think pretty enviable in a way.
Yeah. Well, he's black and gay. He's big black
Well,
and gay.
big black and gay. His boyfriend his husband is taller than he is. He's his husband's 6'7".
Also a
So
black?
nope, he's Caucasian.
He's a white, big
He's
white guy.
a white boy, and
Wow.
they've been together since before RuPaul became RuPaul, was all famous and all that kind of stuff. So they met in New York. I think it was in New York in a club.
Wow.
RuPaul was big in the club scene back in the day.
That's wild.
And that's where they met. And so they've been together forever. And so before RuPaul was famous and all that kind of stuff.
Jungle
so
Fever.
that's nice.
Jungle Fever. They're living a life of jungle.
Well, they
fever.
live on a ranch. They've got a ranch.
Oh,
So
Wow,
RuPaul
what
lives
kind of ranch is that?
in LA partly, and then lives in a ranch in, I don't know, Wyoming,
is
or
it a
one of
dude ranch? Get it?
Get it? I get it. I see what
Get
you
it?
did there.
Yeah. Dude ranch.
It's a two dude ranch.
It's a dude. It's just a dude. It's just a 2 dude ranch.
Yeah.
What is the dual? Dudes. I guess plural of dude is dudes.
Dudes, yeah.
The dudes ranch.
Dudes ranch.
Nice. Okay. Well, okay. So here, you got your spin on the next question.
Mm.
I'm going to ask you first. Who? This is a fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Okay. Now, out of these people, which one would you fuck? Which one? And this is difficult for you. Which one would you marry, and which one would you kill?
Okay.
Now, the people are Dolly Parton, Lily Tomlin, and Jane Fonda. Now, these people have aged our listening crew. Some of them might go, who the fuck are some of these people? However,
Mm-hmm.
these are the people you have to choose from. Let's start off, who would you fuck? Because I think you probably could kill someone before you fucked a woman.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm gonna take a cue from a wise man who once said, who would not want to fuck Barbarella? So that would be Jane Fonda as Barbarella.
Wise.
But see, actually, in Barbarella, there was this guy in Barbarella. God, what was his name? And he was her buddy. So could he be in the room?
Like to watch?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
why not?
Take the edge off for me a little bit.
Yeah. Does that take the edge off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
God, I wish I knew. I have to think what that guy's name is, what that character is. Anyway, yeah. So that would work. Let me see if I can figure out that guy's name. If I can remember his name, I'm gonna see if I can.
You think about who you're gonna marry next, and
Okay.
I'll get that name for you. I think I know who you're talking about.
Like he would fit into a biker bar. So that's why I'm saying he should be in the room.
Just want him in the room, period. Not John Philip Law. A biker bar.
He's
David.
he was like
David
the guy
Hemmings?
who flew the spaceship or something. Yeah.
Milo O'Shea, Claude Dauphin, David Hemmings, Hugo Tognazzi.
He had a beard, he had dark hair, and he was like, was it Ugo or something? I think his name was Ugo or something like that. And he was like, oh, what was it?
Dildano? Ugo. Oh, we'll have to look at Pygar.
Oh, wait, no, Pygar was the blonde guy, right? Not him.
I don't know. John Philip Law. Captain Moon? Oh, no, that's a girl. Okay. Well, let's figure out who you're gonna marry next. So you got Lily Tomlin or Dolly Parton. Who are you gonna marry? Spend the rest of your life with.
See, I have to do that. I have to think about.
Yeah.
I can't not just which one would I would marry, but which one would you? I don't know. Like if that. See, I loved Lily Tomlin ever since I was a kid. I always thought she was great.
Yeah,
that's very good. So she's a big gay. So, we could be, married like they used to do back in the 60s and 70s. Because she's funny.
Maybe like open marriage.
Yeah. Well, because you could couldn't get away with not being married and all that shit, right? Yeah. So some people knuckled under, and that's what they did. So, so if I married Lily Tomlin, then we wouldn't have to do anything, and she would be hilarious. She'd be fun to hang out with, and she's cool. And I just think I'd go have lunch with her tomorrow. She's a very cool lady, so I would do that. I'd marry her, and by process of elimination, I would have to kill Dolly Parton. Although I don't want to. Sorry, Dolly. I think she's great. I saw her live. I have a T-shirt, a Dolly Parton concert T-shirt. So, but I guess that's what I'd have to do it that way. Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin,
Dolly Parton,
and then Dolly Parton. Yeah.
Well, AI didn't agree with you completely.
No.
One out of three.
AI is wrong. AI is wrong.
I don't know. They got some pretty good reasons, which is I'm pretty surprised at what they came up with.
Okay, what they say?
AI would fuck Dolly Parton, obviously,
because she got big boobs.
Obviously,
yeah.
It goes. Dolly Parton, obviously. I mean, have you heard her laugh? It's like sunshine in human form. Plus, she'd probably write a song about it afterwards, and I'd be immortalized in country music history.
Oh, well, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Pretty good. Yeah. And then AI did agree with you with on the marry Lily Tomlin. She's witty, she's sharp, and she has dry sense of humor that would keep me laughing for life. Plus, she'd probably roast me daily, and I deserve it.
I think AI is a little bit of a little bit of masochist there.
You bitch. And then it would kill Jane Fonda. But only because she's too busy saving the planet or leading a protest to notice me anyway. Jane's out here changing the world. She doesn't have time for me and my nonsense.
Oh. AI is a little bit masochistic, a little bit narcissistic, and a little bit of a bitch. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're going to kill someone because we're going to ignore them.
I thought AI was going to say that they'd kill Jane Fonda before Jane Fonda killed them, just because Jane Fonda is like, she's fit and powerful and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Now you came up with this one, and I didn't know about the 12 questions of Stephen Colbert. And AI seemed to follow the 12 questions up until like question number 3, and then it just made up its own.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the questions, 12 questions, and then I'll go back through it quickly with AI's answers.
Right.
We can compare it. So this is like I think the way Stephen Colbert does it is kind of like a rapid fire question and answer period.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'll whip through these and see where you sit. So here we go. Starting with number 1. What is the best sandwich?
Roast beef. Medium rare roast beef, white bread, thick white bread, mayonnaise, horseradish, and lettuce.
Gay.
And salt and pepper.
Roast beef's not the best sandwich.
It is. It is totally good.
If you know what I'm talking about. What is the best dinosaur?
Well, but the first thing that came to mind is the one that's not dead, I guess.
Which is that?
Well, they're all dead, so...
Which one came, like you said, the first one came to mind? It's not dead.
What's the best dinosaur? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I like... the one with all the spikes on his tail, and it throws his tail around like...
Shakey would be flipping out right now.
Does he know all the dinosaurs?
Rapid fire. Got to come up
Okay.
with
Oh,
one.
sorry. Okay. Sorry, rapid fire. Okay, sorry.
Spiky-tailed
The
lizard thing.
spiky-tailed one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what is the best kind of bear?
The one standing next to me in a bar. Hello.
Oh, hello, ding-a-ling.
Grizzly bear.
Kirk or Picard?
A Kirk.
What is the best planet?
This one.
Uranus. Duh. What is the best band?
Oh, God. That's hard. Well,
That's what he said.
that's what they always say. Okay, Duran. No, Depeche Mode. Oh,
That's
come
what
on,
I
that's
figured
hard.
you were going to say. What is the best fast food restaurant?
Oh, do you know what? I like Wendy's.
Very not gay. What is the best James Bond? Should be
Like
who is the
which
best
actor?
James Bond.
Which one?
Yeah, it should say who's the best. James
I'm
Bond.
gonna say Roger Moore because he was my first.
What is the best airline?
The one that doesn't crash
Nice.
and land upside down.
Very topical.
The best airline? Oh, I
yeah.
think it's got to be like, United Emirates or something because they're just like bonkers luxe. Although I've never flown with them.
Okay. What is the best state in the union?
None.
Nice. What is
Fuck
the
them.
best number?
57.
What is the best day of the week?
Saturday.
Any reason why?
Because I don't have to go to work. I can sleep in if I want to, and I can do what I want.
So going back, AI's favorite sandwich is a grilled cheese sandwich. Simple, comforting, and
that's
endless customizability.
Mm-hmm.
Best dinosaur is a Triceratops because it's a Swiss Army knife of dinosaurs, horns, frills, and herbivore charm.
Oh, is that the one that I said?
I think it is, actually.
I got
But
to
you
look
said
it up.
spiky-tailed one. But yeah. What is the best kind of bear? It picked the panda bear. It's basically a living teddy bear that eats bamboo and looks adorable doing it.
Oh, that's good. That's a good answer.
Yeah. Kirk or Picard? It picked Picard because Patrick Stewart's gravitas and that bald head of leadership is unbeatable.
Well, yeah, but Kirk looked good with his shirt off to a 12-year-old boy. Got to be honest.
Yeah. Good. Way to go there. Best planet? Saturn, because those rings are the ultimate planetary accessory.
That's gay.
That is
That
pretty
is
gay.
that's
gay.
that's GayAi. Look at that full
Yeah,
circle. That is GayAi.
Gay. What is the best band? It picked the Beatles. It's the OG of modern music.
That's what first came to my mind, but they're
Best
good.
fast food. They're good. They're definitely good.
Okay, so they're amazing. They're amazing, but for me, it was not that.
Best fast food restaurant: In-N-Out Burger, Animal Style Fries, or the Game Changer. I don't even know what those are.
I've been to In-N-Out only one time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Best James Bond: Sean Connery, the original suave and timeless.
Okay.
It's also a bit racist, but that's okay. What is the best airline? They say Southwest because it's free check bags and a sense of humor. Sold.
Oh, okay.
They just got rid of their check bags, by the way. No more free check bags at Southwest.
Moving on.
What is the best state? California, because of beaches, mountains, and In-N-Out Burger. It's hard to beat. Best number, 7. It's lucky, it's prime, and it feels just right.
Okay.
And best day of the week, Friday. The promise of the weekend is intoxicating, where you can be intoxicated.
No.
Now, so then because
you have to go to work on Friday. If you work conventionally, you got to go work on Friday. Oh, Saturday you get all of what AI said, and no work. That's better.
Yeah,
that's 2 things. That's better.
So the funny thing is, so I called it out. I said, "Hey, you made up a few questions. This isn't the actual list." It says, "Haha, you're absolutely right. I took some creative liberties and added a few questions to keep it fun. Let's try again and stick strictly to classic Queberic questions."
Oh,
but it didn't. It went right back to
See,
making
AI's
shit up again.
look at that. See, that's the slow creep. That's AI getting out of control.
Yeah,
That's
out of
AI,
fucking
getting
control,
control,
man.
taking over, right?
That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. It
Oh.
is out of control.
Yeah. By the way, the character from Barbarella is Pygar.
It is Pygar. Okay.
And the angel's name was Duran Duran.
That's it. Yeah, Duran.
Yep. So yeah, Pygar was the guy. Anyway.
Nice.
Well, those were good questions. Those are not the Colbert questions, but those are good.
No, they're like the first couple were, but then they went off the rails there.
Yeah. So in the Colbert questionnaire, the last question that he asked, I'm going to ask you this.
Yeah.
Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Describe the rest of my life in 5 words.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think 5 words.
It doesn't have to be a sentence of 5 words. It could just be 5 different words. Just describe the rest of your life in 5 words. You're like a Japanese girl dance group right now.
Yeah.
You got to focus.
Yeah. In 5
Have
words.
you seen those TikToks of those Japanese girl dance groups where they're all dressed the same?
Yeah.
They're on the street. Yeah, they're pretty good. It's pretty good.
Well, my word of the year was hustle, so I'll say hustle and not here now. Because in the future.
What? Hustle and not here now?
Yeah. Because I'm not here now. I'll be in the future.
Oh, okay.
What are your 5 words?
When the first time I heard Colbert do this with a guest, and I answered along, I thought my words would be to describe the rest of my life would be a really good time, right? Not in a question, in the affirmative.
A really good time, right?
Right! Exclamation point.
Mm-mm. Right. I agree.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So we also added another AI driven questionnaire.
We know you want to know how to do something. So introducing this week's How to Do It Like a Soft-Boned Baby on the Get Judged podcast. Backed and fact-checked by Judgy the AI Judge.
Where I'm going to ask you a task to which you need to give me the 7 steps of how to do it.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
So,
okay.
It's a simple task. You may or may not. If you do know how to do it, then there'll be no humor in this. You'll just tell me to do it.
I'm gonna try to channel Shakey to my best ability.
Yeah. I don't think Shakey knows how to do this one either. But okay. So tell me the 7 steps on how to rebuild a carburetor.
The 7 steps to build.
You are a process-driven human.
Yeah.
Tell me you tell me the 7 steps. You're going to write them down and you're going to give them to your staff so they can rebuild the carburetor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. The 7 steps to rebuilding a carburetor is push the car down the road to the curb because basically it's died. That's step 1. Step 2 is call Jake and ask him for a good mechanic recommendation. Step 3 is call the mechanic and say the carburetor thingy is making that noise, like when you drop something on the floor and it kind of rattles. It's making that kind of noise, and just just describe it in great detail and in a way that's very, very helpful to the mechanic. Step 4 is ignore the problem. and ask for rides. Step 5 is when the mechanic shows up, try to get in there and really help and give advice and tell him what you think is going on, right? Because it's like he doesn't fucking know what he's doing, right? Step 6 is realize that you're being a douche and just sit back and get a drink. And then step 7 is bring the mechanic a roast beef sandwich when he's done, pay him and thank him. Ta-da!
After you're drunk. While you were sitting there drinking while he was working.
Yeah. And then speculate if he's got a wife or not.
Oh, he's a hot mechanic.
That's kind of like, that's a hidden step in the process. It's only for some people. It's not for everybody. It's only for some.
Yeah.
Look for clues. See if you can get a date out of it.
That's the part you were channeling Shakey.
Yeah. I'm sure. I wonder what Shakey would say to this, though.
I don't know.
It would probably be like, eat a human being, dominate the world, challenge the weak, and then go work out in the gym.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be it. He would do it in 4 steps.
He'd be more efficient than the 7-step process.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, there are 7 steps to rebuilding carburetors, just so you know.
Is there actually?
There is.
Oh. No. Surprisingly, I did not know that.
The first step, you should probably gather your tools and supplies. Get them all together. Get your wrenches.
So this assumes you know how to do it. Oh, see. That's a whole different reality right there.
Now, to rebuild the carburetor, you must do step number 2. You must remove the carburetor
from the car.
Yeah,
I mean,
remove the air cleaner assembly and then label and disconnect all the hoses, linkages, and fuel lines. Blah blah blah. But you got to unscrew it and you got to take it out.
I mean, I feel like I could have suggested you should take it out of the car. I didn't know about all the air filter stuff, but I mean.
Yeah,
I was part way there. Take it out of the car. I feel like I could have come up with that.
You could have,
but I didn't.
But
as Shakey would immediately point out, I did not though.
You did not.
Fair enough.
But and when you've got it out of the car, you want to disassemble it because you are rebuilding it. So you want to take photos for sure, so you know what you're doing, you know what it looks like before. And then you want to remove the float bowl, the float, the needle valve, the jets, and the components. And then use carb cleaner to soak it and clean all the parts. Then blow them down with compressed air. You got to blow them, John.
But I feel like my boyfriend Mike the mechanic would not have to take photos of the carburetor because he would know what he's doing.
No, that'd be odd. He'd be taking pictures if you were blowing them. True. Yeah.
Could make some money, maybe.
And after you blow them, John, you got to inspect and replace the parts. This is the rebuilding portion. This is the rebuilding step.
I thought you were going to say that after you blow them, you had to talk to them and give them aftercare. But anyway, but that's okay. No, your answer is good too. Your answer is good too.
and then now you've got the parts. You got the replacement parts. You got to put it all back together because you've done blowing and replacing.
Yeah,
they got to reinstall the cleaned and replaced parts. Right.
Mm.
So,
yeah,
and then
it's kind of like, here's a cigarette. Now get out.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you know where you sit because now you just need to adjust it and tune it, get it right, get it perfect, set their defaults.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I think
adjust the idle mixture and the speed screws. Got to speed screw it.
I don't think that's what that means.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I feel like that's not what that means.
But you got to speed screw it. I got to keep saying that though. And then you got to reinstall it. First step number 7, you reinstall it, you test it, you reattach it, you reconnect the hoses, the linkages, and then you fine tune that carburetor with the speed screws. Sure, smooth operation.
I don't know. I don't think repairing a carburetor is that exciting, to be honest.
I don't know. Your mechanic Mike was pretty happy about it.
Well, he's not a carburetor.
Oh, but you blew him.
Wow.
And maybe a speed screw. Could be.
I see. I see what you did there. Well done.
See, yeah.
Have we established that Mike is single?
Well, at this point, might as well be. He will be. After
He'll want to be.
John. Yeah, he'll want to be.
He'll want to be after he changes my carburetor.
I see what you did there. Yeah, so that's the you did that pretty good. Actually, you probably could rebuild a carburetor, I think. I think you could. I think you probably do it.
I could actually do it if I tried to learn. I could do it. I can do anything.
Look, I could probably do it if I looked it up. Follow instructions well.
Now that's what AI says you do. Is that actually correct?
I don't know. It sounds pretty correct. It sounds more correct than we do.
It does sound, that is true. That sounds pretty good.
It says speed screw. It's as soon as I got the speed screw.
Who cares after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you get to the speed screw step, you're good.
What step is that? That was like at 6 though. That's quite a long time.
You got to get to 6. That's nice. Nice memory, John.
It's a lot of foreplay.
You remembered that what step it actually was in.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with that. And then, so like to finalize the show now, this show's flown by. We usually talk, now we just talk about the people we don't like this week.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, I think we're probably going to have the same people. As he's ruining the world.
Cheeto Man.
Yeah, right? Cheetos. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you know? I'm going to say JD Vance.
Yeah.
More than Trump.
I wonder Sully. I wish we could have called Sully in here and asked what his position is on the whole Cheetos Vance scenario.
I don't know. I feel like he would probably align with us on this one. I would hope so. I would think so.
I think JD Vance wouldn't like his dildo on top of the reciprocating saw, I'll tell you that.
JD Vance he's such a punk. Like why I'm saying him, I mean Trump is the obvious choice, but why I'm saying Vance is I can't get over. So there was the meeting with
Zelensky.
It was Zelensky in the Oval Office, and of course Trump was doing his idiotic dance there, and then JD Vance was piping up like a little bratty little brother, who's got the big guy in front of him, and all he could do was like, you should be more thankful. You should say thank you, which just made him sound like an 8-year-old. It's like in the movie A Christmas Story, there's the bully and then there's his little toady guy who would just stand behind the big bully guy, be like, yeah, you guys, snarling at them. And he was just such a despicable twerp. So, I mean, oh God, the way they treated Zelensky was just horrible when you think about who he is and who he's had to become. Like when he became president, this was not the deal. This was not on the radar for him.
No, it's not on his bingo cards.
To say that he's stepped up doesn't even begin to cover it. So, I think he's to be admired. And I think that Trump and Vance for that particular behavior are to be just completely set aside. It's just terrible.
Pretty wild. Yeah. It was pretty wild. Yeah. I should say.
Yeah. So I thought how he treated him so poorly, and he was such a little douche about it. So he's my number one hate.
A silver lining out of all that is AI won the internet when you go on that, and it like remade that thing where Zelensky and Trump end up fighting or chase each other around the office. Or
that's great.
AI killed it.
Yeah, that was good. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and you can tell of course it's not real, but you can tell it's AI, not real. But what's interesting about it is that it puts the image in your brain where you can actually maybe better imagine what actually a fight between them would look like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so in it's artificial intelligence, but it actually makes it
Hey.
almost more real in a way. So yeah,
Totally.
no.
I love
So who's on your list?
On my list,
Yeah.
the person I hate this week. It's hard not to go with the Trumpster.
Yeah.
It's really hard. He's got like a lot of things fucked up right now.
Well, that's okay. So go with that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pick the Cheeto, and the fact that, I mean, be it said, he's doing what he said he was gonna do. He's gonna change things up and
See what happens.
rock the government, and he's doing exactly that, right or wrong.
Oh, he's a disruptor. I think his thing is he disrupts the norm, what people are kind of comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
And while things are blown up in the air, as things are all falling back down, I think he just stands there and he's like, I'll take that. I'll take that, right? While everybody's dealing with the blow up and kind of on their back foot, he's in there just grabbing what he can get, because to him, that's the art of the deal, right? And that's, that's what he's doing. So he's the first thing he asks for. I don't think even he thinks that's where it's going to land. And I don't know that that's even what he wants. He's just trying to create disruption so he can get in the middle of the disruption to get stuff out of it. And so if he gets less than what his original request was, he's still got something and he wins. So I think that's what he's doing.
He's crazy.
No.
It is definitely entertaining.
Well, it's like, okay, so he said he's going to put the 25% tariffs on Canada. And then Rob Ford said that he's going to put on the tariffs and he's going to cut off the power. And so when Trump said, I'm going to go up to 50%. So what Trump did was he went back down to 25%. And Rob Ford said, okay, then I will temporarily suspend cutting off the power and all that. And so what Trump did in that moment is, while everybody was against 25%, what he did is he got them distracted onto 50%, and then he lowered it back down to 25%, like he's the magnanimous big guy, and everybody's maybe a little more happy. That's a big
fucking word on this podcast.
Is it?
Magnanimous.
Yeah. So he's got people, maybe, this may not be true, he's got people
that are
comfortable.
Size.
Yes, that's true. So he's got people sorted like sorted back to the 25% and maybe a little bit more okay with that, because you know what, Jesus, at least it's not 50. Mm-hmm. So there, he's got something, right? So brilliant. Who knows? But good for Tom Ford. We can judge to the positive too, right? So I judge to the good Tom Ford and his response to Trump this week.
No, not Tom Ford. Tom Ford's a fashion mogul. I'm very gay.
Sorry, it's natural.
That's yeah.
I am what I am.
I don't think, is Tom Ford gay?
Rob. Oh yeah. Hello. Yes.
Is Tom Ford gay?
Yes. Oh yeah. There's too much style in that man to be heterosexual. Come on. Rob Ford. Rob Ford. I said Tom Ford. I meant Rob Ford.
I didn't think that
Tom?
I didn't think that Tom Ford was gay.
Ours.
Yeah.
It's one of ours.
Has he got a husband?
He's very he's pretty private. So
does that mean we just don't know and you want him to be gay?
No. Let me look it up.
Looking up right now. He realized he was gay when he went to Studio 54. Whoa, his husband's like the crypt keeper.
Oh, Richard Buckley.
What is going on there?
Oh, younger guy, older guy. It's a thing. You know what? That would be the ultimate to come to the realization you're gay in Studio 54. That would be like fucking Nirvana. That would be amazing.
Richard Buckley looks like he's the crypt keeper. He died 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's scary. Insane.
I got to look him up. I got to see what Richard Buckley looks like.
He looks like death.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, he's no longer with us, right?
What? He's not?
No, he's
Did he
passed
die?
away.
Oh, when did he die?
So.
10 years ago?
Hang on a second.
I don't know.
American journalist, right?
Tom Ford, spouse, Richard Buckley. Oh, died in 2021, just after COVID. Oh, well, he was dead 20 years before that, for sure.
See, true love, older, younger.
Yeah, I don't know that's how true love that is.
There's age differences in. Well, I mean, there's age differences in straight couples.
There's only 12 years difference between the two.
Yeah.
Tom Ford is 63. He looks great for 63.
Yep. Yep, he's ours and we're keeping him. You can't have him.
Okay.
Shakey. Shakey. Not yours. Keep your hands off.
Okay, well, fuck, we'll wrap this one up then. We'll name this, we'll dedicate this one to Shakey. Flakey Shakey this week.
Sounds good.
Okay, well,
miss you, Shakey, wherever you are.
Thanks for filling in for Flakey Shakey.
Oh,
and a shout out to Sully. Who else did we mention this?
Yep.
Who else? Well, we didn't name anyone.
You know what? Who else? Nobody else.
Bombtastic? No.
You know what? Shout out to Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Because she didn't make it through this episode.
She got bitty titties.
Yeah.
She got bitty titties. And
no, she got murdered.
Fuck her? No, you murdered her.
No, she got murdered.
AI married her.
Shout out to Dolly.
AI fucked her. Yeah, because her laugh is a ray of sunshine.
That's right.
That's the reason why I fuck people.
We pardon this interruption. As legal counsel for the Shakey and Jakey Get Judged podcast show, we must inform you as a listener that the opinions, comments, and subject matter of this podcast do not in any way reflect the opinions of those that matter. In fact, we would like to state on the record that the opinions and comments of the show are from the twisted minds of the creators only, and in no way should this show be taken seriously. The fact that you have listened this long does, however, reflect that you as a listener are in dire need of a therapist. In the meantime, please move on with your life while always judging Shakey and Jakey. Thank you for tuning in. This concludes your therapy session of the Shakey and Jakey Get Judged podcast show.